Hey guys, it's J19, brought to you another video, and yes, we are back for more Final Fantasy XVI. On our last episode, we did a lot of video game bliss. We done a lot of hunting, did a lot of side quests, did a lot of side content, exploring, and a little bit of story. Today, we're going to focus on the story aspects, because I really want to drive this game home. So, if you guys want more Final Fantasy XVI, feel free to like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notification to stay notified when I upload these next videos, and share with a friend. I appreciate it a ton. And let's get right into it.
All right, Clive. Asterix. We'd finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite.
Huh.
She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that, in those words.
She did, yes.
Oh,
Clive, were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Tomes helped?
glad for her.
Have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry at all, are ya? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she?
Oh no.
But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obelisk.
Don't mention it.
Some trouble with the uncle?
What tidings, Uncle?
My dear boy, my journey to Canver has been a resounding success. The friend I mentioned not only agreed to share the contents of his strongbox with us, but his considerable knowledge of what's going on in the free cities, by which I learned of the endeavors of a certain young friend of yours. Though I, for one, believe Miss Telemon's project to be quite the valiant enterprise, I doubt the Candaverian's authorities will take kindly to unauthorized use of their dockyards. No matter how deserted, if rumor has been already reached my friend, it may not be long before the guild masters are raping at your doors. Ooh, tough words. Which is why I penned you this note. I would like to borrow your man Gav for a moon or two, that he might keep a watch on those who might mean our little fellowship ill. Warn us of any pending attack. I trust that you will give this proposal your full consideration. Your loving uncle, Byron.
Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
Great.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Got to admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in, all that bollocks.
Huh.
Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me.
Let's do it.
Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
Boy. Oh, the old hideaway. Here we go. We'll see what's going on. Interesting story so far. Absolutely. Somebody already dropped a hammer. Love the soundtrack.
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead.
Excuse me. Sure.
Life
Of course, my microphone picks that up.
and an end.
My apologies, guys.
So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
That's right. Let's do this.
May we join you?
Jill, Karen, Goat.
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies.
Wow. That's from that one trailer. That was like a 40.
It wasn't
almost-
the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on.
Yeah, it sure
And
does.
soon, there will be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them.
That's right.
The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot.
That's funny.
There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you. Karen.
This guy's something else.
Glad to have you with us, Goot.
Oh, okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Buck, lad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav,
Already on my way, Captain.
be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
Goose is a lot better mood now. What a great start. Oh. So going here next. That's what we got. So many places still gotta visit. Yeah, this game is big. Good boy, Torgal. Onward.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Thingy boy.
Let's go. Got the crew back together. Oh, we can't go this way? No. We can ride chocobos, but this seems like just a narrow passageway.
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars. Till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
That's the place I haven't been to yet. I watched somebody else play that section, and they were like in that area exploring. I was like, wait, there's more? But we're going to focus on the story aspects tonight. Now, if any side quest does pop up, I will do those. I don't want to miss any. I'll save the hunts for like a break from the big action. Nice. Oh, look, see? Side quest.
So what do you think?
That we'd be lucky to make it out alive.
What you guys need?
Really? It's as bad as that?
Oh, aye. There's trouble up ahead. And too much of it for us to handle.
I take it there's danger on the road.
Oh, what about this fearsome-looking fellow? You think he'd be equal to the task?
Oh, no doubt. Assuming he's willing to hear us out. Well met, friend. My brother and I have been tasked with finding a merchant's missing cart. You seen it by any chance?
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran, leaving his livelihood abandoned in the pass.
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much of a thinker, but I know the work of thieves when I see it.
My brother's right on all accounts. And by my estimation, the bastards are lying in wait just down the road.
We may have seen our share of action, true, but we've not got the skill in arms to boldly brave an ambush.
You, however, have the look of a man who needn't fear a band of backwater ruffians. What do you say? Will you help us out?
Sounds easy
Chances
enough.
are they'll come for you either way. But if you promise to lend us a hand, at least you'll pocket a reward for your troubles.
Okay.
Well, if I'm going to have to deal with them anyway.
You've clearly got a fine head on those broad shoulders.
We're lucky you came along. Now, hoping to make a heavy purse in Boklad, our merchant friend loaded his cart with as much as it would carry. Reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee if we don't find those goods. So, while you're seeing to those bandits, you keep your eyes open.
All right. Just don't expect me to drag the cart out of there myself.
No. You can leave the cart to us.
Good.
You just put an end to those bandits and point us in the right direction. You do that, we'll take care of the rest.
Sounds easy enough. We can do this. Only 102 meters away.
I'm not sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take...
Look lively, you lot. We've got guests.
These must be our bandits.
Alright, you know what to do, Clyde. You over here. Okay. Ow. There we go. That was easy. Whoa, lots of experience.
That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart?
Ugh. Okay.
Getting all of this out of here will be a nightmare.
Seems we've found ourselves the right man for the job, wouldn't you say?
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing. Our merchant friend will be delighted.
And how exactly will he be getting his goods out of here?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such a fine warrior haul cabbages to market.
You've done your part. And that's all you need to worry about. Here.
Simple enough.
It's been a pleasure. Now piss off.
There's no need to be so rude, brother. What if we want his help again next time?
Yeah, don't be rude to me. I might not help next time. I leveled up for sure. No? Wow. Those side quests are amazing. Just like bam bams right there.
I see the Dalnecs lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold at least. The path continues on the other side.
This gives me like God of War feel. Huh. Oh, it just goes, oh. Okay. I remember this area from the trailers. There. That's too easy. Wow, right there.
So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominance and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us.
We got this. We got this, guys.
Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
Huh? Oh, here we go. Take a couple screenshots.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
Dion's not happy.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it, and I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen.
Thanks to Clive.
Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Greeker, made flesh.
He's twisted in the head.
Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Father. I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this?
Joshua told
I speak
him.
my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sanbreque, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else.
I know. I need to check this stuff real quick. Broken. Yeah. This is
It's heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, your Radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
wow. You thought that I thought Hugo was.
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
Oh boy. Woo. You can feel the intensity in that room. Yeah. Ultimate is behind everything.
The Boklab markets are to the north. We just need to hug the coast.
It makes me wonder. Let's talk about this real quick. It makes me wonder that, because as I was gonna say, like, I thought Hugo was like a prisoner of war. Like, I know Shiva was, you know, Jill, but I thought Hugo was like just being used as like the heavy hitter. You know, he was like the, oh, we're just gonna use you because brute force. Like, you are not, like, he was actually in command of things. But it's actually Dion who's being used just for war. Like, his father don't even give a crap about him. And of course, Annabelle, what a bitch. Okay, cool. Level 30. I didn't mean to do that move. Yeah, that's a little too much firepower for that creature. Oops.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well-trained and increasingly battle-hardened. But it's not as if we can wait for the siege to end.
Yeah. It's gonna be tough.
Too slow.
Oh. Ow. Oh no, I fell down. Ow. There we go. There we go. Those guys don't give you a whole lot of XP though. It's like, it's like, are they even worth fighting? You know? It's fun, but it's also costing me heals. Loving the environment, though.
They've closed the road to Randalar.
If the siege breaks, They'll need more than this to stop the Imperial legions marching on the capital.
Oh, I'm done for.
If you haven't got a pass, you're not getting...
What's this? Ooh, empty shard. Okay. Kinda need to come over here for like some more world building. Look at the size of that crater. Holy smoke. So beautiful.
Alright. Headed over to the Crystalline Dominion too, are you? There's good gil to be made there. Believe you me. Yeah. The minute I heard them bandits had blown up Drake's Fang, I packed up me store and pulled me boots on. And so did you, eh? I did have a plan to make me fortune with some baths down by the Dalamil Inn. How can anybody sit back and relax in a land that ain't got a whiff of the crystal's blessing no more? And that's when it hit me. If you're looking for lucre, the Dominion's the place to be. Soon enough, half a storm will be headed there. If I can get in first and set up shop, I'll have a license to mint gil. The guild masters at Canberra will be beggars by comparison. I'll be famous in all four quarters of Storm soon enough, and I'll have a fortune that'll make me ma and pa proud.
Yeah, about that. We're not going there to be merchants. We're going there to destroy things.
It's over.
Too easy.
Stay down. Farewell.
Wait. So this is like the enemy course road, right? Yeah, that's the enemy road. Ooh, something over here I can go. Can I get up there? Yeah, let's do easy. Alright. What's up here? How do you get up there? Oh, you drop down from there. Okay.
More refugees.
Okay. There we go. That was easy enough. Okay. I'll back here and grab this. And this.
Mother, I'm thirsty.
We're nearly at the markets. I'll get you something to drink there, all right?
If we can afford a new crystal.
Alright, cool. Excuse me.
There are no crystals here. We have to keep going. The crystalline dominion is our only chance.
I know.
Huh.
The checkpoint.
That's why they ran past it. They wanted us to find out about a checkpoint.
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
Let's look around. It's kind of cool though, like
That's
just
that
having a
then.
little merchant like this.
No trader's pass. No passage.
Cool, look at this place. Looks better than PAX East.
Hurry, man. I must leave for the Dominion post-haste.
I am hurrying, my lord.
Alright, so yeah, he's not a branded. Chocobo's just chilling.
Bloody Crimson Caravans, scooping up all the best customers. Leave some for the rest of us.
Interesting. Ooh, it's chest. Oh. Nice. Back-to-back chests, huh? Never seen that happen before.
I hear the brothers found another victim. Can you believe it?
I believe it, all right.
Mm.
What's that? The third this month?
Ah, a soldier like yourself could do with hearing this. If ever you see a couple of brothers up in Leitney's Cleft, you just pass them right on by.
And why's that?
Because they're duplicitous bastards who make cutthroats and footpads look like upstanding citizens by comparison. What they do is befriend a passing merchant, someone new to the area, and steer them straight into the arms of bandits.
Mm.
The merchant dead and his murderers busy bickering over the poor bastard's wares. The brothers set to sweet-talking some other unsuspecting fool, a warrior. Now, the brave soul charges into the footpad's den thinking he's doing the realm a favour, and when he's done, the brothers sweep in and loot the bandits and dead merchant both.
Yeah, there's a lazy sort of cunning to it, I suppose. You'd think they'd run out of bandits eventually.
So close to Boglad? Not bloody likely.
I suppose you're right.
Sounds like something we need to stop.
Anyway, if you run into them, you steer clear. Or better yet, give them a damn good hiding.
I really wish I had. Thanks for the warning.
Glad I came back here. And of course this.
If our new arrivals had brought any coin with them, we'd be rich.
The tavern's closed. I love exploring new places. Just getting a whole bunch of world building stuff, and it's just amazing. Oh, it's a chocobo stable, okay. Let's talk to this person. Nice.
You won't find a finer array this side of the strait.
Oh. Don't need any of those, and I don't need that either. Okay.
You're welcome anytime.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
And nasty. Let me, my lord. You won't regret it.
Huh. Say, pick me, hire me.
Peaches and pears, beets and beans.
Yeah, we can't go any further. Oh, that's why, because of the cutscene. Got it. Yeah, so they get about 145 yards and they can't.
Come one, come all, feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in...
How much? For a measly crust of bread?
You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. But you're more than welcome to look.
Huh. Huh. What's wrong, Jill?
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the Crystalline Dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
Looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an
Not for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go in and find Good, shall we?
I didn't find that burly man anywhere.
He must be around here somewhere.
At least there's no side quest. Let's focus on the story. I do want to look around though.
You should come with me to the Dominion. Life will be different there.
Go and bother someone else, will you? I've got my trader's pass and I'll be leaving as soon as I'm able. If I stay here much longer, I'll end up no better off than those poor sods by the gates.
Well, you better hurry up then.
Remember when half the people coming through traders from the Empire?
Aye. Now not even...
Let us through!
Have you got a trader's pass? No? Then fuck off.
Oh boy, everybody's forming my line now.
Come, taste my peaches. They're sweet as nectar.
Whoa. Alright, we're good.
I'll take the large one.
That's Goot. Alright, Goot. Let's get the mission going.
Ah, Good. There you are.
Clive, I'm so sorry. Don't tell Nan, will you?
Slow down, Good. Just tell us what happened.
It's me trader's pass. It's gone. We cannot ride the caravan without it. We won't even be able to get through the flipping checkpoint.
Do you remember when you last saw it?
It was in my pocket a minute ago. Then a bairn bumped into me and... Yeah. You don't think that they might have nicked it, do you?
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't surprise me. A busy market like this is prime territory for pickpockets.
So, to get the pass back, we need to find this child. Where would we even start?
I know where! I've got a pal in Bocklad who might be able to help us. No one knows more about what goes on round here than she does.
Where do we find her?
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravans, up that way. Sign's got a red chocobo on it.
Yeah, we just
No
passed
time
by
like the
that.
present.
We just passed by that
So
sign.
go on ahead. I'm gonna check the rest of my stuff, make sure nothing else is missing.
All right. We'll meet you there.
Thanks, Goots. Thanks for dropping losing
Let's keep an eye out for this
trader
red
pass.
chocobo, then.
And the other on our purses.
It's next to the checkpoint.
All right.
Peaches and pears. Out of my sight, wretch.
Okay, red chocobo. She's gotta be close. There we go.
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Oh, wait! Don't go, El. He's me mate.
Huh.
As I live and breathe. Goots, what are you doing back in Bocklad? I gather Lady Karen didn't send you.
Should we tell her or no? Who is she? Oh yeah, we do have some. Doing this for you guys. That way you guys can read as you want to. Has an knack for business and a head for figures, which she used to build her business from the ground up. Okay, we know who she is. Goots. And Karen. All right.
So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me trader's pass. It got stolen. By a little bairn.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly. Ugh.
Goots told us that you know the markets well. Might you have an idea which little bairn could have done this?
We don't intend to punish them. We just need our pass back. Then, we can be on our way.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either.
Nope.
Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct? Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain.
Ah.
Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that might aid the Empire more than it does us. Which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential if one wishes to cross the border at all. And with demand outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity, leading some to seek to acquire them by less than legitimate means.
So the children are stealing passes to sell on the black market?
Yes and no. Passes are inscribed with the names of their owners, and yet none of the victims' names have appeared on the register of those passing through the checkpoint.
Which means?
That someone is doctoring the stolen passes. The same someone who is encouraging the children to steal them. And the same someone who has Goots' pass, no doubt. Whoever they are, They're ruining the livelihoods of honest merchants, which is why we've decided to take a stand. Will you stand with us? You want to get your pass back?
Of course.
And we want to ensure that no more are stolen. Catch whoever's behind it all, and 2 birds shall be slain with a single stone.
Is there any other way of getting to the Crystalline Dominion goods?
They won't let you in if you're not with the caravan. It's that, I don't know, try swimming across the strait. But the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do that. Like, we don't want to get spotted, right?
So either we find the people who took the pass, or give up all hope of entering the Dominion.
Pretty much.
All right. We'll help.
Thank you kindly. But I don't know your name. Eloise at your service.
Eloise,
Clive.
Okay.
A pleasure doing business with you, Clive.
We getting our seal of approval. Seal proof. Yeah. Crimson collar, okay.
The proprietor of the furniture makers by the coach stop is spearheading the search. Wear that, and he will know you for a friend. I suggest that you speak with him first.
The furniture makers. Understood.
That's the only quest we got at hand.
Out of my sight, wretch!
Oh, there he is.
Spit for the road. The caravan stops next to the check.
Are you the furniture maker?
Looking for something in particular? Ah, Eloise collared you too, eh? Then I expect you want to know more.
She told me you were leading the hunt for the pickpockets. What have you learned?
For one, that they're targeting the traders carrying the biggest packs. Harder to watch your back, see? And less chance of the mark giving chase if they're spotted.
That's why Goots got
Not that they'd
taken.
be likely to
I mean,
catch
his
them.
pass.
Those imps know every inch of this warren like the backs of their hands.
Their eyes must have lit up when they saw Goots.
The fishmonger round by the gate's been trying to track down the children involved. You should go and have a word with her.
Thank you. We will.
Okay. Excuse me, pardon me.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
You should come with me to the Dominion. Life will be...
Fish for sale! Fresh sorted and smoked! Can I interest you? Ah, sorry. Message from Eloise, is it?
She's asked me to help her. To help you find the pickpockets.
Is that so? Suppose I better tell you what I know, then. For one, this isn't a family operation. All the traders say the children who stole their passes were dirty, dressed in rags. Street urchins, by the sound of it. We get a lot around here.
Orphans from the wars.
A few, perhaps. You saw the refugees gathered by the entranceway? They're all looking for a new start in the Dominion and beyond. Some of them take it as an opportunity to rid themselves of unwanted baggage.
The shame of it.
Whoever's behind this would have to have made themselves known to the children at some point.
And so should we.
You should start with the children around here, then. I doubt they're the ones involved, but they might have heard something.
It's worth a try.
Alright.
All right then. Questioning children. How hard can that be?
Come, taste my peaches! They're sweet as...
Excuse me. Do you mind if I ask you something?
Can't stop you.
I was just wondering if anyone has asked you to do anything out of the ordinary recently.
Anything you grown-ups ever ask us to do is shut up and go away. So guess what I'm about to tell you to do?
Sorry. I'll leave you alone.
You scared? So the children are back this way.
Come taste my peaches. Finest everywhere from the free city.
Another one.
Do you have a moment?
What do you want?
What I want is
Boy,
to
that
know
boy's
who's
got a
asking children
deep voice.
like you to pick pockets.
I don't know. Nobody's asked me. What's picking pockets? Do you get paid for it?
No, you get in trouble for it. So if they come calling, you know what to tell them.
Eesh.
Caravan stops next to the check. Jug of snakes fit for the run.
Excuse me?
What do you want? I don't have any money.
It's all right. We're not going to hurt you. We just want to talk.
What about?
We've heard that some very bad people are making children like you steal from travelers. We need to know who's behind it so we can stop them.
I don't know much about it, really. But my friend, Honza, he said he got a job. Doing something dangerous.
Sounds promising.
We need to find him and ask.
Our first lead.
Do you know where your friend might be?
He's usually by the tents outside town.
Thank you. You've been very helpful.
Outside of town. That means he's gonna be, yeah, pretty far away.
Come on, come on.
Peaches and pears.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap. Porter for hire.
Let's go see
That's that then.
what he has
She must have
heard.
been the refugee camp.
Let's hope he's still nearby.
Daddy,
Oh, there they are. Right by the tree.
That big fat donkey was easy pickings. He wouldn't have noticed if we robbed his boots off him.
Yeah. Wish we hadn't handed over the pass, though. Could use one of those things to get out of this dump.
Chance would be a fine thing. The moment they found out, they'd string us up by our guts.
Would they now? Perhaps you'd like to introduce us to these charming characters.
Shit, we're in trouble now.
What do we do?
You two get caught if you want. I'm off.
Hunter, where are you going?
So that was Hunza, eh? Jill, you watch these two. I'm going after him.
All right.
Let's go chase down the kid.
He can't have gone far. I need to find him before his employers do.
Daddy.
Let's go, Clive.
Did you see a boy run past? He stole something from a friend of mine.
There was a boy ran back there towards the chocobo pen, but...
Thank you.
I should have said, but what? This looks like a battle area.
Oh, shit. Cornered.
It's all right, Hunter. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to ask you some questions.
Fine. Not like I've got a choice.
I'm looking for the people who are making you steal for them. Who are they?
Called themselves the Carstones. They said they'd give me a good gill if I did what they told me. I knew they were bad, but bread doesn't come for free. Didn't come at all half the time, before I started buzzing for them. You know, if I didn't do it, they'd just pick on someone else. Someone they could push around easier.
Hunza.
You found him then?
Jill. Where are the other two?
Eloise is watching over them. She sent Goots and I to look for you.
You're... him! I haven't got your pass anymore, if that's what you're after. I gave it to the Carstones. Whatever you do to me, I can't get it back. Not that I go against them anyway. If it weren't for their gill, me and my mates would have starved.
Cast stones, right?
Cowards. You will not force another child to do your bidding.
Wait, we're not...
Don't hurt him.
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are. That brooch. Where did you get it?
Huh, they're hiding.
Master Theo.
Goods. What are you doing with these people? Unless you're the ones my sister was talking about.
Your sister?
Eloise is... Oh. So hang on. Oh, we can't. Of course. Yes, we can. Sorry, guys. Nothing.
Eloise didn't tell us she had a brother.
And why would she? I'm just a back and a blade. Theodore, at your service. Sorry about before.
Theodore, what do you know of the cast stones?
Vultures who have made Boklad their hunting ground. They prey on the desperate, stealing from those with Gil and bullying those without it into joining their flock. I'd been looking into their activities in hope of sparing the refugees any further hardship. But it seems they've already stooped even lower than I'd feared. Hans is a good lad. Don't blame him for what they've made him do. If he and his friends hadn't agreed to work for the stones, some other poor souls would have. On pain of death, most likely. Clive, was it? And my sisters asked you to help put an end to the pickpocketing. Then we all want the same thing.
Yes, Theo. Wow, that was quick.
Oh, where is it?
So, what's the plan?
What else? We find the cast stones and we crush them.
Okay.
You get your trader's pass back, and I make Boklad a safe place again.
All right then.
All right then.
Alright, Theodore. Let's do it.
Honza, where are they camped? Don't worry. They'll never know you told us.
Couldn't if I wanted to. They always come to town to collect the passes. Meet us outside the gate. I tried following them once, but they spotted me halfway down the trail. Said they'd string me up.
We'll try it this time. Which way were they going?
Back down the road towards Leighton's Cleft.
To Leighton's Cleft, then.
Let's do it.
Laney's Cleft is to the south, past the camp.
So is he? Yeah, he joined our as a guest party. Nice.
I'm scared any of my bullets.
Does he look kind of like redefined, like
Daddy.
like his textures are way more like crystal clear and crisp than all the other NPCs. I was like, something's interesting about that guy. I think that's some right there. Yeah, that is them. They're just standing there. Alright. Let's make this quick. My buddy.
That's the one who's been sticking his nose in our business.
Yeah.
You should have minded your own.
I doubt these were the ringleaders.
But at least we know we're on the right track.
Oh, I wasn't a ringleader. I was gonna say, these guys fell a little easy. Let's must be it.
We got company! That's the lot.
Oh.
Nice try. Soldiers.
Fewer now.
Oh, those are camp. Okay, here we go.
Not a bad haul today, eh?
Aye. Some of our new recruits are natural-born ne'er-do-wells.
Especially the little ones. That Hans has got nimble fingers, all right.
It will be a shame when they chop them off. But till then, let's make the most of it.
Scum.
The leaders of the cast stones, I take it.
They don't deserve any mercy, Clive.
I wasn't planning on showing them any.
We're ready when you are, Theodore.
Yeah, trust
I'm
me.
ready.
They're not getting any mercy. Prize a dominant.
It's that guard from Buckland. Kill him! Kill them all!
Ouch. There you go. Right to the face. No, I got smucked pretty hard because I wasn't dodging. Trying to take care of him quickly, but that was easy.
And they say crime doesn't pay. Gold chains, rings, purses. And traders' passes. Dozens of them.
Have the names been changed?
Not yet. I recognize some of them. No doubt Goots's is somewhere among them. Now I just need to sort through it all and return everything to the people it was taken from.
We should go and give Eloise the good news. Can we leave things here in your hands, Theodore?
Of course. Oh, and, be sure to tell her of the part I played, won't you?
We'll be glad to.
Thank you, Theodore. Alright. It's a lot quicker to just go like this. Okay. That was a exciting little side tour.
Ah, Clive. How goes the hunt? My brother isn't getting in your way, I trust?
Quite the opposite.
Yeah, he actually helped.
So it was the cast stones who were behind it all. Theo told me he'd been on their trail. And their demise solves 3 problems at a stroke. That of the pickpockets, the bandits pulling their strings, and the passes they were stealing. I only hope yours is among the items you recovered. Only time and Theo's return will tell. Speaking of whom, welcome home, dear brother.
You are too kind, Eloise.
Eloise and Theodore.
Here, Clive. Goots' pass. Ask him to keep a closer eye on it from now on, would you?
Would do.
I will. Thank you.
El, I've asked our boys to carry the rest of the goods back. Can I count on your help in sorting through it all?
Of course. I'll make some space in the storeroom. I expect you'll soon be on your way then. But it wouldn't do to leave without introducing yourself properly. Would it now? Sid. Don't look so shocked. We're on the same side.
I don't understand.
As you now know all too well, we at the Crimson Caravans are always happy to help those in need. For a small fee, we will move anything that needs moving. Be that goods to market, or bearers away from it.
I was the first my sister helped escape. If it wasn't for her, I'd have been branded as a boy.
I had no idea.
It just so happens that we are seeking to expand our operation. And who better to join forces with than the leader in the field? Wouldn't you agree, Theo?
I would. It seems our purpose is the same in more ways than one. So what would you say to working together again?
It would be our pleasure.
And our honor. The honor is ours.
Awesome.
Here, Clive. This is for you.
What is it?
El has friends in high places, while I have associates in, lower ones. That mark is proof that you're a friend to us both.
Cool.
I shall bear it with pride.
Well, all that remains is to wish you a safe onward journey. Goots' pass should secure you a place on the caravan, but if you encounter any difficulties, we would be delighted to provide you with a coach of our own. For a discounted price, of course. Say, 9 million?
We'll try the caravan.
Jeez. 9 million just to hire caravans? Like, yeesh. A trader's pass. Ooh. Let's just cool down. Okay.
Right then. Let's get this back to Goots.
And then it's on to the Dominion.
Oh boy. 3 side quests. Gotta do them.
Let me carry your goods. Pardon me, but would you happen to be a fighting man, perchance?
Yeah, that's me.
That
Live
well-notched
roster.
steel and impressive physique. I have need of a sword for hire, and yours looks to be a weapon well worth the coin.
Excuse me.
Might you be convinced to offer me the use of those formidable arms?
How exactly do you intend to use them?
Well, being something of a scholar of Zemeckis history, I wish to investigate the ruins near the city. And I require a rugged companion, lest I find myself waylaid by ne'er-do-wells or the beasts sent to roam the area. Should you accept, you will not only earn yourself material wealth, but partake of the true treasure that awaits us there. The rich and storied history of Zemeckis. Well, were you ever party to a finer proposition?
Let's do it.
My arms are yours.
Wonderful! Then come. We must away.
But where are we going?
Along the old Zemeckis Road, and from there, onward to discovery. Quickly! There is not a moment to lose.
Wait. Good luck with your ne'er-do-wells.
Alright.
I better make sure he doesn't get himself killed.
Porter for hire.
I wonder. You know, I'm just gonna accept all the quests.
I see you've been of some assistance to Eloise. Perhaps you can extend me the same kindness?
Alright.
Perhaps. What would I be doing?
Finding someone. You see, I've been having trouble with thieves, and despite the many pains I've taken, I can't stop them from rummaging through my packs. I was griping about my lot to a friend of mine a few days back, and he offered to track the culprits down. Now, Joseph's a sellsword, and a good one at that. But he's been gone days, and I'm beginning to fear the worst.
Any idea where his search for the thieves might have taken him?
The old Zemeckis Road, perhaps?
See?
He doubted they would be fool enough to linger here in Boklad.
This is why you accept all
Joseph's
quests.
lived a hard life. Made him grey long before his time. I just pray he hasn't been killed over a few sacks of grain.
I can't imagine there are too many grey-haired sellswords around. Hopefully someone will have seen him.
Alright.
Hurry, man. I must leave for the Dominion. Bloody crimson caravan scooping up.
If this takes me to the old road.
Now I just need to see about getting the word out. I want to know right away.
Bad news.
Good, actually. Something worth celebrating for a change. Only trouble is, the serving girl's still new to the job, so I can't leave her while I go and invite those I'd like to celebrate with.
What exactly are you celebrating, if you don't mind me asking?
I've come by a particularly fine bottle of red. A Gotan 66, no less. Gotan Rouge is the only good thing to have ever come out of the Empire. And most wouldn't part with a 66 if you held a knife to their throats.
So I've heard.
Oh, so you know of it then? Clearly you're a gentleman of taste. A gentleman who might sympathize with my predicament, perhaps? Would you pass the good news to a few friends of mine? I'll give you a little something for your time, of course.
Sounds simple enough.
So you'll do it? Marvelous. Thank you. You won't need to go far. All three of them should be right here in the market.
Yes, sir.
Aldrich the porter, Milan the butcher, and Bolek, a guard over at the north gate. Three of the finest fellows in Boklad, if you ask me. Tell them to come to the tavern when they finish for the day. Stop by again when you let them know, and I'll give you your little something.
I'll be right back.
Easy.
I've been asked to find Aldrich, the porter. I don't suppose that's you, is it?
That's me right enough. You need something delivered?
The innkeeper sent me. He said there's a cup of Gotan 66 with your name on it when you're done for the day.
A 66? Look at me. If he's just got hold of it now, it must have been in the crates he had me carry down from Sambrek.
From the Empire to Boklad. He must be a braver man than most. That's a treacherous route at the best of times.
Such is the porter's lot. There's not a patch of storm these feet haven't traipsed across. It's Oriflamme one day, then off to Canva the next. The farther you're willing to go, the fatter the purse. Which is why there's no shortage of competition for some of the longer routes. I'd say I've done enough for today to earn myself a cup of something tasty. Thanks for letting me know.
All right, let's go.
Out of my sight, wretch.
Come on, come on!
Oh. excuse me, pardon me.
The caravan stops next to the check.
Huh? That's cute. Oh, there you.
Are you Milan, the butcher?
That's me. What can I do for you?
The innkeeper's just had a special delivery. He thought you might like to join him for a cup of wine after you pack up for the day.
He knows me only too well. And I've got a ham here that will go handsomely with a nice drop.
Wine and ham to spare. Barclad clearly isn't suffering then.
Comes with being the place everyone has to pass through to get to everywhere else. Those who travel the Crystal Road bring all manner of goods with them.
Makes sense.
We get meat from San Brec, herbs from Rosaria. Why, sometimes we even see curiosities from across the Narrow. My old man knew what he was about when he set up shop here all those years ago. Anyway, thanks for the good news. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll shut up shop early. Wouldn't want to keep our friend waiting.
Alright. Alright, one more.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
Tight-fisted.
Oh, it's him right here.
I'm looking for Bolek. I was told he'd be guarding the gate.
Well, you found him. You're not here to enlist, I take it?
The innkeeper sent me. He's just taken delivery of a rare vintage, a Gotan 66. He thought you might like a cup.
I've never said no to a goat hand. I'm not about to start now. Thanks for letting me know.
You must be a busy man.
The market would be flooded with refugees if we weren't here to stem the flow. Oh, my heart goes out to them, all right, but we've got our orders. No papers, no passage. Plenty try to slip past us nonetheless. And every now and then, one of them's foolish enough to try and force their way through. And when they do, well, things can get nasty. You know what? That wine's sounding better by the moment.
Well done. I wonder if the innkeeper might spare a cup of that wine.
Clive wants a cup now. It's funny.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
This is a cool area. It's like a cool marketplace.
Jug of snake spit for the road?
Come on, come on!
Then we can knock these two out. Then come back and continue with the story.
If our new arrivals had brought any coin with them.
I spoke to your friends. They'll be along soon.
That's fantastic news. Thank you kindly. It's been a while since we all sat down together. And the way I see it, that wine is as much theirs as it is my own.
How so?
Well, I wouldn't be serving anything but slops without Aldrich to go and fetch the good stuff for me. And then there's Milan, who always sends customers my way. And Bolek, an even-handed keeper of the peace, if ever there was one. Those three are the backbone of Barclad. Lose any one of them, and the market would soon fall apart.
Makes sense.
And without the market, I wouldn't have a single customer. I'd say that's worth a bottle of 66, wouldn't you?
And more besides.
Everyone needs a shoulder to lean on. Be they world-weary innkeepers or brooding swordsmen. Right. I'd better prepare for my guest's arrival.
I hear you had me carrying a bottle of Gotan 66. If I'd have known, I would have sold the thing and lived like a lord. I'll settle for a cup, though, if you're in a sharing mood.
A Gotan 60 bloody 6. Just as well I had something special of my own set aside. A bottle between the four of us might not be enough to drown our sorrows, but it can't hurt.
Here they are, the three pillars of Barclad. Sit yourselves down, gentlemen. The woes of the world may be monstrous in many, but there's nothing like a few good friends to keep the misery at bay.
Never a truer word spoken.
Alright, what did I get?
Kill the poor sod. And for a handful of coins at that.
Ah, you were right to stay your bastard captain's hand. More bloodshed is the last thing we need in these dark days.
I owe these remarkable gentlemen more than a few paltry cups of wine. Even if it is the finest wine in all of Valisphere.
Oh, there's nothing like a cup or five of good wine to wash away the aches of the road.
Oh, that's good animation by Jill. She's like bending down to re-tie up her boot, or making sure they're tight. I like that when animations show a little like attention to detail, you know. You're the closest one.
That, then?
No one's asked around markets for roundabout missing.
There are no crystals here. We have to keep going.
What do you want? I've no coin on me.
Just information. Has a sellsword passed through here? Grey hair.
Now you mention it, there was a young man with salt in his mane sneaking around out there a while back.
Which way did he go?
How am I supposed to know? Buggered off down the road, I expect. Now why don't you do the same and leave me be?
Eesh. Ask a simple question, woman.
Why am I not surprised?
You'll hand over your coin if you know what's good for you.
It's over.
No, thank you. He did.
Are you hurt?
Happily not, good sir. Thanks to your timely intervention. More importantly, we have arrived. Now, feast your eyes upon the marvel before us. Ruins, a relic of the fallen civilization. A sight so common that man is oft blinded to its wonder. Colossal vessels, dashed from the very heavens.
It's crazy.
Airships, we call them, with very little thought to what wonders such a word might describe. Oblige me if you would. Does anything strike you as peculiar about this particular specimen? Though we ourselves find fallen ruins to be nigh indestructible, whatever gouged the final sin from the rock cleaved clean through the structure you see before you. A tantalizing mystery, no doubt, but merely one of countless enigmas in which Zemeckis history is steeped. Come, good sir. Our expedition continues, and we still have much to learn.
Oh, this is the guy. This ain't the swordsman.
He's passionate. I'll give him that.
Where's he at? Ah.
We don't want any trouble.
Neither do I. I'm looking for someone. A grey-haired mercenary.
Well, we haven't seen him.
Yes, we have. We saw him climbing up the rocks. Those ones, over there.
Maybe he found his thieves.
Mum won't let me near them. She said there's goblins up there, and that they eat little boys for dinner.
Shush now. You've said quite enough already.
I only told him what you said.
I'd listen to your mother if I were you.
Ah. Wait, so I can climb that all this time? Don't tell me I could. Are you freaking kidding me?
Thieves really lug their stolen wares all the way out here.
No way. Is that better than the Excalibur? No. Kind of curious. What does an ancient sword look like? Yeah, Excalibur looks better. And it's way stronger. That's cool though. Like if you didn't do any of those hunts, like I did, and you're looking for a sword, you would have got your big time sword there. Goblins. Where's the swordsman at?
I think we found our thieves. They don't look happy to see me. Too slow.
Alright, that does hit him. He did. Enemy bested. That means he's not defeated yet.
Let's get this over with.
Stop!
Oh, there he is.
Don't kill him, he's just protecting his home.
Joseph. So the boy was right.
I don't know you.
Your porter friend sent me to find you. She was worried you might have got yourself killed.
Have I been gone that long? Wasn't hard finding the thieves. The problem was knowing what to do with them when I did.
I take it things are more complicated than they appear.
What now?
I'd all but ruled out bandits before I even left the market. You know what that is? Because our thieves had no interest in gold or gems or anything they couldn't eat for that matter. Add to that the rumors of goblins in the area and the mystery practically solved itself. I soon found their cozy little homestead and all the missing food. I launched myself at them full of righteous fury, but their leader was the only one who moved to meet me. The others, they huddled around that food, ready to die protecting it. They stole because it was that or starvation. I've been there myself, back when times were hard.
So you spared them, and earned their trust into the bargain by the look of it.
These goblins aren't native to the area. They don't know how to survive such barren lands, so I've been teaching them. And once they've learned to hunt and forage, they won't be fool enough to risk their necks in Bocklad.
I'm impressed. I didn't know goblins could be reasoned with.
Do me a favor. Let the porter know I'm safe. I'll head back to the market once my work here is done. Oh, and don't mention the goblins. I don't want people coming here brandishing pitchforks. Not now this lot have sworn off thieving.
Your secret's safe with me.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
That was a twist.
I'd always thought of goblins as mindless savages. But if I'm honest, I like them better than half the men I've served with.
That was interesting. Alright, before we report back, let's go do this. Yeah, I didn't think you could climb up there. Huh. Next time I see cliffs like that, I'm just gonna try to climb up, see what happens. I'm so used to the games. Most games, you try to climb up, you can't, right? So they all said drop down point. But no, Clive can actually climb cliffs. It's low enough. Right, he went up this way. And of course, it's goblins.
None of it. All right then. Who's first?
Yeah, you did. Huh, he's still alive.
You're going to get yourself killed.
Oh, that would not do. That would not do at all. Not when such majesty stretches out before us. Behold, the final sin in all its glory. As Moss tells us, a battle was fought here in ancient times. A battle of such ferocity that it tore a great crater in the very land upon which it was waged. In reaching for their holy sanctum, did man enrage the gods, and great was the vengeance that was rained down upon him. Alas, the full truth of the matter is lost to time.
That is such a
Though
beautiful
I live in
scene.
hope that I might see it
Absolutely.
discovered. But we must not dwell upon such things. There is more yet to see. Onward. History awaits.
Clive's like, what did I sign up for? Where'd he go? Oh, he went back down. Ooh. Quite the quest we're on. Of course.
Oh no. He's really got himself into trouble this time.
Get over here. Ow. Right there. Ow. Alright, there we go. Oh, come on. Ooh. Okay.
Still in one piece?
It would seem so. Once more, I am in your debt. And once more, you impress me with your prowess. These were no ordinary foes, but ones we in the field call echoes.
Echoes,
Though Moss the Chronicler concurs with the legends in attributing the fall of Zemeckis to a wrath wrought upon mankind by the gods, he offers little in the way of explanation. Could the ruins we see before us here, in all their elaborate beauty, perhaps suggest an answer? Could the construction of such miraculous edifices have been considered an encroachment upon the province of the divine? Alas, all is mere speculation. But one day, perhaps, I will learn the truth.
Not if you keep running headfirst into trouble.
You are right, of course. And not only have you plucked me repeatedly from the jaws of death, you have proven yourself a willing audience to my ramblings.
Glad to help, but didn't you say you came here to investigate something?
Okay, new stuff.
I fear I may have rather overstated the case on that front. In truth, a captive ear was all I really desired. You see, even my fellow scholars have grown somewhat weary of my musings of late. And so I came upon the idea of purchasing a companion. A captive audience, if you will.
That's what this was all about.
I am afraid so. And now, my good man, it is high time we returned whence we came.
Fine. Just don't go running off this time.
That was a long quest.
And so ends a delightful day. Here, your reward for humoring my selfish whims, plus a little extra for the trouble I have put you to.
Yeah. 1,000? Okay, I'll take that. Breath of the earth. Ooh. Perfect.
Joseph's fine. He'll be back once he's tied up a few loose ends.
That's a weight off my shoulders.
He certainly knows his business. You found your thieves all right. And I dare say they won't be coming back.
A good man to have around, that Joseph. And if he says there'll be no more thieving, that's good enough for me. Thank you for putting my mind at ease. Here, for your troubles.
Hey, we're done.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
Peaches and pears.
Come on, come on!
Jug of snake spit for the road.
Caravan stops
Juicy
next.
pear!
I think I'm gonna do this. Ignition is cool and all, but let's see. This does what? Half and half? Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that one. Let's do this one. Okay. Yeah, let's just keep that. Yeah, I definitely just don't. I don't like ignition. It's not me for playstyle. Do need a stronger attack though. Phoenix doesn't have it. I like Phoenix Shift and also like the Deadly Embrace. That's like the two I need to keep. And Titan Block.
Slake your thirst without a crystal.
Okay, let's get out of here.
What I really want to be is a blacksmith.
You gonna do an apprenticeship or something then?
Here you are, Good. Try not to lose it again.
Me pass! You found it! Oh, thank you so much. Nan would have killed me if I'd come back without it. I'll have to say thanks to Elle and Theo too.
So should you, Hansa. You and your friends don't have to steal anymore. If anyone threatens you again, you know who to turn to.
We do. And we already have. Miss L's given us a job shifting the chocobo shit out the stables. It's hard work, and the pay isn't half what we got from the stones. But if we stick at it, we'll keep ourselves fit.
You stick at it then.
And Goots, I'm sorry for stealing your pass.
That's all right. I've got it back now. And all's well that ends well, eh?
You said you're trained to be a blacksmith, right? Well, I'm gonna be your first customer. I'm gonna save up all my gil and get you to make me a massive sword.
I'll do me best.
Till then, eh?
That's cool. Oh, that's fun while it lasted.
All right. We have a place on the wagon. Remember, Goots, we're mercenaries. You hired us to protect you.
Mercenaries.
And you remember the plan? You're to ride all the way to Twinside. Jill and I will go with you as far as the outskirts, then find our own way in.
I'll buy that stuff I need.
Right. And we'll scout out the Imperial's defenses.
There's a square with a big bell tower right in the middle of town. If you get lost, or out goes wrong, we can meet up there.
All right.
Alright, sounds like a plan. Let's go. Whew. Side quests keep me busy. I'm not complaining. Some are a little tedious, but not too bad. You got a little world building, I like that. I want to get some juicy meat and potatoes of the story, though. Absolutely.
I see. And you're quite certain your father has no knowledge of Ultima?
I am. I have no difficulty believing a sinister force has come to exert an influence on Sanbreque. But be that as it may, it is yet to claim my father.
Oh, Joshua's at the
For better
castle.
or worse, his radiance speaks his own mind.
Then the fiend works from the shadows.
I confess, when first you told me of this fiend, I had my doubts, and more than a few at that. A beast that labors to plunge Valisthea into turmoil, all in pursuit of your brother. But that wound is proof enough that evil is afoot.
Then I have your answer, Your Highness. You will join me in my fight.
Oh, here we go.
I cannot. Not yet.
Your Highness, please.
As you are aware, the Dhalmekian army is at our gates. They have lost their mother crystal, and with it all hope of a negotiated withdrawal. It is but a matter of time before they invade.
Good shot.
Violet is not here to meet them. My people will be slaughtered.
Though not by Hugo Kupka, thanks to Ultima's machinations. I know the fate of your people weighs heavy on your conscience, but if we do not put an end to Ultima's plans, they shall face a far darker fate. The chaos he would wreak would sweep all of Valisthea into the abyss. The lives of every man, woman, and child in the Twins are at stake.
I believe what you say, Phoenix.
Huh.
But I have duties of my own, and I must discharge them. Come what may.
Oh boy.
What do you know of my blood?
I know that it is wholly unworthy of the highest offices of state, which rightly belong to those of purer breeding. Alas.
What?
Your bloodline runs through the Oriflamme gutter, from a whore who weighed her child's worth in gil.
Have you threatened my father?
Of course not. I merely whispered in his ear that his mongrel son is plotting a rebellion.
Wyvern tail. Oh, that's the flower. I was wondering what that flower was.
What?
Sylvester listens to the words of his astrologers. And they have ears too.
You have been feeding them your lies!
Should you remain loyal to Emperor Olivier, his radiance may yet crown your head with laurel, and not with tar.
Fork-tongued witch!
In consideration of your long years of service to the Empire, I shall forgive this uncharacteristic rudeness. Now hurry and make ready, Your Imperial Highness. Emperor Olivier expects much of you, Dion. Or should I say, of Bahamut. May your fire reduce his enemies to ash, till all of Valisthea bows to its rightful ruler.
Now Dion hates her guts.
There is another darkness that has taken hold of Sanbreque. And until its grip is released, the flames of war shall spread ever wider, just as Ultima wishes.
These shots are absolutely
My
stunning.
family has caused you much grief.
You are not her keeper, Phoenix. This is a matter for the Imperial household now, and as a member of that household, it falls to me to resolve it. At such time as that is done, what strength I have shall be yours.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Let us take to the skies together and bring a new dawn to Valisthea.
I should like nothing more.
Wow. This story's getting interesting about a minute. Sums up, though.
Terence,
My prince.
tell me true. Do you believe what I'm about to do is wrong?
We dragoons have but one leader, Your Highness. And we shall follow him unto the very end.
Thank you. And this is my decree. For their crimes against the crown, the traitorous Annabella and her usurping son shall be put to death, and the Empire restored.
Boy. Like, Clive and Dion are, like, similar to each other, right? Here we go. We're doing it. We're 2 hours in. We're gonna do this. I don't care how long it takes. Holy cow. Sorry about all the screenshots, guys. I gotta take them. This game is too stunning not to. This Torgal, okay. We made it to town.
One would never guess that these people stood on the brink of war.
And they're afraid. They turn to drink to forget their fears.
Anything you want to forget?
The harbor is empty, and half the market stalls too. The city may seem peaceful on the surface, but it's balanced on a knife edge. Were we to give it a nudge, it might be just the distraction we need to reach the Mother Crystal.
I thought you might say that. We should send for Gav. We'll need someone to keep the fires we start from going out.
And we can busy ourselves scheming until he gets here.
I'll send a Stolas then.
Hopefully I got that in time. Man, so many good screenshots, guys. Holy cow. Another one. I'm sorry. This game's like one after another. Oh yeah, I'm getting everything.
What is it, boy?
War. The Dalmex and Sam Breck. Oh, get out of there. I know you got restoratives, but you need to survive.
What's happening?
I don't know.
Torgal.
Medicine girl. Yeah, that's all we know. And we got Torgal. He jumped all the way up there? Wow. He got some hops.
This way.
Alright guys, it's showtime. So sick. Or on rooftops.
The city's on fire.
I'm sure Goots is fine. He'll be making for the square.
The one with the bell tower. In the middle of town, right?
Any guard, watchman, or sentry is to be slain on sight.
Spare the citizenry. His Highness's orders were clear.
Hey.
Those were Imperial Dragoons.
Yeah. Imperial and Dragoons are here, man. Oh, I thought it was a chest I can open. Oh, there's the bell. Take that shot as well.
What in the hell is going on?
Let's go and see.
Right.
Oh, beautiful. Holy cow, that was a good shot. I got a lot of variety of thumbnails I can use for this episode.
But first we find Goots.
Wow, look at
Just
this.
hope he's all right.
Look at this place. Holy cow.
You there! Identify yourself!
We have to.
Alright. Works for me.
They're out! Quickly! Cut them down!
Oh, new enemies. Oh, you're a Dragoon Lancer. Ouch. Get over here. Right to face. Boom. Oh, wow, what the heck happened? You dead.
There's no doubt about it. They're Dragoons. What is this then? A civil war?
Well, yeah, we're caught in the middle of the Civil War, man. Okay. Oh. How did I not see that at the beginning? Loving this area, man. Holy cow.
Never thought I'd be glad to fall into a sewer.
Hold on.
Just the one of you, eh?
Wow, level 22?
Board secured, Cap. None of the Emperor's forces remain. They gather the men. Press on to the council chamber. Yes, Cap. What of the men and women
So
in the
sick.
market district? The evacuation.
Love the lighting and stuff.
Then all that remains is deep grown the protector.
There it is. The bell tower.
Alright.
Right. Let's go.
What a beautiful shot. Let's get another one. Alright.
Ah, a goods lift.
It's like Assassin's Creed. So sick. So sick, man.
Where in Gregor's name did you come from?
Hi. Oh. Cyclone, I miss you. Okay.
Intruders! Defend the gate!
Alright.
Stay down!
Okay. Oh, elite wyvern, no. Alright. Oh. Alright.
Nice try.
There you go. The sad part, they got a lot of health, but they don't give you a whole lot of, like, XP. Which way?
Damn it. We'll have to find a way around.
Alright. Oh, over here. Thanks, Torgal. Chest. Oh, it's nighttime. Hang on. I have a funny feeling something big is gonna happen. Remember, Joshua's in this, he's in this area, too. Yeah. Name in the Highness. Alright, you're dead. We got going on here? Sick.
Hold on, kids. We're coming.
Alright, let's go. What if we got a boss fight? Yeah, that looks inviting.
In the prince's name,
In the prince's name, none shall pass. Okay. There. Eat this. Down? And
This one.
okay. Ooh. Beefy fella. Yeah, we're doing good.
Enemies on the rampart! Kill them!
And you're dead. Raging Fist. My potion. Alright. Pretty sure this is the boss area. These big doors just kind of scream at me. Open sesame. What are we fighting? Kind of curious. Oh, this is taking us to the Mother Crystal. Oh yeah, big boss area.
Can you see him anywhere?
Oh, a regular dragon. Oh, that's so sick. I'm gonna use that for a thumbnail.
It must be one of the
Holy
dragoon's
shit.
pets.
you down, boy. Ouch.
I think it has something in store for us.
Get ready to move.
Ouch.
Too slow.
Okay. This guy ain't playing around.
Nice try.
Bring you down, Peg. Nice. Alright, let's get out of there.
Too slow.
Bring him down. Alright, we need to bring him down. Oh, ouch. Alright, done. Game over. There we go. White dragon slain. Crazy sick. White worm bone. That's what we needed. Too late now.
over here, Clive! Are you alright?
Oh man.
Goods, there you are.
I didn't know there'd be a dragon.
All right.
Man, dragon,
Let's get out of
dragoon,
here.
Bahamut, like.
Oh!
What now?
Is that Mother Crystal's heart?
What the hell is it doing up there? Bahamut.
Ooh. Yeah, I lost control. I missed it. That was a quick shot. Holy shit, man.
Your Highness, don't do this.
We must leave. Now, Your Grace. I beg of you.
This is not what he wanted. Something's happened. Forgive me, Yod, but I must put a stop to this.
Your Grace!
I was right. Holy shit. Wow. We got a new crystal now? Just saying, this game is far from over. Like, holy shit.
So, what do we do now then?
We destroy the heart.
Well, he might come back!
As soon as the flames die down, the Imperials and the Dalmex will move in. This may be our only chance.
And Bahamut has gone for now. You should get as far away as you can, Goots.
What? And leave you lot in the lurch? I can't do that. If you're staying, then so am I. I packed everything up before I made a run for it, so if there's out you need, just ask. But I won't be giving it away for free. Nana'd never forgive us if I did.
Thank you, Goots.
So he's just a walking merchant now.
Do you need out? You want us to make you something?
Even a diamond sword is not good enough. Well, that sucks. Alright, that's even worse. Okay, we don't need anything, sadly.
You don't want me to make yours out else?
Man, that diamond sword looks so thick too. Dang it. Yeah, don't need anything. We got the best of everything. However, I need more of these.
Thank you. All done then. Good luck, Clive.
Torgo's just gonna bark.
You be brave now, boy.
Drake's tail is right there, Clive. It's time to free Storm from the crystal's curse.
This is it.
It's past time. But remember, Bahamut is still out there.
And I dare say we'll be seeing him again before the night is done.
Is this where we're gonna get Bahamut's iconic abilities? Wow.
No more roads.
We'll have to find our own path.
Wow, this game is beautiful. Oh, I didn't need to buy that. Oops.
Do you feel that, Clive?
Ether.
Not good.
Just what we need. Another flood.
Already turned them.
And there's no reason to hold back. Stay down!
Alright, we gotta do something here. Out. That worked. I came from there, okay. Oh no, not a lich. Tired of these things. Alright, get out of there. Alright, come on.
There must be a way to climb up.
Oh, man. Works every time. Judgment Bolt. You know, I'm thinking about switching things up a little. You do a good job, but I think I'm on wrong move for now. Yeah, I need some more attack. The blocking's fine, but like I can just dodge. Okay. I'll make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay.
Is that the Phoenix?
It is.
Joshua! What is he doing?
Keeping the Harmon occupied.
Joshua! Joshua!
Don't, Clive. It's too dangerous.
Yeah.
Fuck. Hold on, Joshua. I'm coming! We have to save him.
And we will. We just need to keep moving.
Them again. Not now.
Beautiful. This looks so sick, man.
What was that?
Bahamut. He'll kill us all.
Now if you can help it, Clive. This is so sick, man.
There he is. Joshua! I'm here, brother!
Clive. He can't hear you.
Joshua!
They're heading for the heart.
And so should we. You won't outrun me.
I'll start that. Ow. Let's do this. That takes care of them. I think we're going this way. Wow, oh, the Undertaker? Ouch. Alright. Bring this big boy down. Ouch. You're done. This is for Sid.
That's better.
Okay. That was fun. A little difficult, but I got it. Which way? Oh, I can't go that way. I thought it was like you can go up.
Are those the council chambers? How are they still standing?
I don't know.
Huh. This has been action-packed. I love this. This has been a fantastic episode.
He'll be all right, Clive. He's a survivor.
Yeah.
We're getting close.
What
somebody doesn't want us getting
hell?
any closer.
I don't care what it wants.
Neither do I.
I don't care either. Start the battle off strong. Right, bring you down. Oh, nice. Now we're getting the hang of this.
Nice try.
what that is? We have to end this right now.
Ooh, did it. I don't think so. Get over here. Ow.
Guess we're all ready.
Alright, now, somebody told me you gotta use this. Oh yeah, massive damage. And we'll finish you off. Come on, Sid. Yes. Did it. Necrophobe. Wind up damage? Okay. Whoa. That was about as rough as fighting Atlas.
These beasts, they're getting stronger.
We can think about them later. Right now, there's only one thing we need to focus on.
The heart.
That fight was just, oh my goodness. That was awesome. That was an awesome fight. Okay.
That's better.
Use a potion just in case. Oh, we slid down the hill there. Alright, we go up. Wow. What a boss fight. That was awesome. Tough, though.
We might be able to get up through the building.
It's worth a try.
So sick. But even the visuals in the crystal look unique.
There's someone up there.
Is there?
Is someone there?
Mother.
Shit.
What happened here?
He tried to take him from me. Oh, my boy. My darling boy.
Is this the child you made with the Emperor? Why, Mother? Why did you betray us all?
You have no right.
Oh, yes, he does.
Answer him. We took you in, savage. Show some respect for those who raised you.
I don't think so.
Honorable Elwyn, always thinking of his precious homeland. But what worth is a homeland in a world beset by the Blight?
Father did not seek to protect his country. He sought to protect his people.
A leader's duty is not to protect his people. It is to protect the source of his sovereignty. The noble blood that runs in his family's veins. So long as this bloodline remains unbroken, what does it matter if a nation falls? One can always found another. Unlike him, I did my duty. I preserved my line. I bore a son of the noblest blood, to whom the whole world might kneel. That is why I gave Rosaria to Sambrek, that I might join my line with the Lesages and birth a savior of this benighted land, blessed by both Bahamut and the Phoenix!
You sold your country for a child.
Why did he need another? You had Joshua.
I had nothing. You were always your father's son, so very strong and bold and daring, and yet you failed to awaken. Would that Joshua had been granted 1/10 of your strength? Oh! How the nobles laughed that Elwyn's firstborn was surely the son of a concubine, and my own, not long for this world. The shame of it! The shame of being slandered by one's inferiors!
All because she's worried about her noble
I
blood.
know how that feels. It should have been you! Why didn't the Phoenix choose you?
Joshua's every waking moment was spent trying to shoulder the burden that you and the Phoenix and the Duchy foisted on him. That's why I became his shield. To help bear the weight. But what did you do? You betrayed your own blood and surrendered your son to his fate!
Joshua. My darling boy. I never meant to hurt him. The soldiers' orders were clear. He was to be spared. Why did you survive when the only one I truly cared for died?
What? Have you not looked out of the window? Joshua is here! The Phoenix lives on! He's battling Bahamut as we speak! Joshua!
What the fuck?
Wake up! I am a shield of Rosaria. And I will do my duty.
What are you...
Oh. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ifrit? Joshua.
Clive!
So sick. Oh. Oh, hell yeah. Oh. I barely did anything. Come on, Ed Free.
Fuck.
got this, Clive. What's going on? Okay, I gotta take a picture of that. Holy shit. Okay, let's fucking do this. Oh man. Ow. Ow, okay. You learn Spitfire Flare.
Or face the consequences.
Can I use it? Oh, and I can guide it too. I think, yeah. Ouch. Oh, nice. Oh, sick. There we go. That's what I want to see.
Shit. Can't reach him. Don't do this! No! Brother!
shit, here we go. What a sick ass transition. So I get to play as a Phoenix now. Okay. Lock on multiple targets. I'm having a hard time with this. Holy smokes. Oh. Yeah, this is way... I don't even know if I'll be able to do this.
Your Highness, stop this! Please think of your people!
Wow. Yeah, we're gonna be here for a while. Alright, this is getting kind of dicey.
Where is he going?
I don't even know, Joshua. I'm here for the ride, man. Outer space? Okay, I'm taking damage, but I can't help it. I'm hardly hitting Bahamut. This is getting ridiculous.
Private Pounder! Those things are drawing in more ether than I've ever seen!
Oh, man. He protected himself. No. Oh, sick.
Clive! Thank the Founder!
Alright, who's this founder guy?
It's now or never, Joshua.
Alright, I can jump up, right? Ouch. Oh, come on.
Thank you, brother.
Alright.
Clive! Get behind me!
If you're sure.
I got behind Joshua. What the hell, game?
It's now or never, Joshua.
He told me get behind him. I did. There we go. Out.
Good work, Joshua.
Clive! Get behind me!
If you're sure.
Okay. Oh, I had to be inside his bubble. But he didn't say, hey, quickly inside the barrier. Wow. Alright, cool. Oh. I missed? How? Damn. One hell of a battle, man. Got this. Oh, so sick. Yeah, pay attention. I pay attention. Oh. Yeah, he's done. Holy shit. That was rough. That was, whew. Bomber's still alive. Means Dion ain't dead yet.
What now?
This is drinking me.
We have to stop him.
Holy.
I'm here.
What is this game? Oh, I messed up. I messed up.
Have we become one?
I had to take a couple shots. I messed up the other one.
We will. Together.
What is this video game? whatever we plan on doing. This is freaking nuts. I barely done any damage, guys. Ifrit Ryzen?
How can we hope to match such power? By trusting in our own.
That's just so sick, man. Oh, sick. Sorry, Bahamut. Now get away from me, pal. Oh. Come on. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Wow, holy shit. Nope, missed. Oh. Sorry, pal. Come on. Eat dirt. Out. There you go. Okay. Did I do it? I don't know if I did or not. Wow. Holy shit. Round 3? Come on. No way.
He would burn the world.
Is that a flare?
Not today. Come on, Joshua.
Yeah.
This ends now.
Yeah, this ends now. This game is peak. Holy shit. Gotta destroy the mother crystal.
Dion.
Wow.
Joshua! Clive!
They finally beat for the first time.
My brother. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
All perfect. Kinda.
You're alive. We both are. Nothing else matters. I never dared hope that I would see this day.
Oh man, I keep missing these perfect shots.
Reunited at last.
Jill.
Did I get it? Sorry guys, I gotta take pictures. Oh heck yeah. Oh, that's so cute. Not cute, but cool. pay attention. And nothing. Ultima's there.
This is for my father.
What the hell?
It is done. The demon that would tear our house apart is no more. Father.
Dion died? You know what's gonna happen if Dion's
The mother
dead.
crystal. It's collapsing.
Right. We need to leave.
No. Wait.
What are you doing, Joshua?
I owe him a debt.
Alright. Oh man. Taking too many of these shots. Alright. There we go. Oh, we got Bahamut.
You there. Don't reinforce the walls. Situation. Report, Captain.
Can nothing be done to call them off?
I regret not, Your Radiance. The Dragoons answer to none but His Imperial Highness. The Council is powerless to intervene.
We're hearing reports of rebel
Madness is this, Dion.
throughout the neighboring districts.
Focus all efforts on extinguishing the fires around the capital. City can wait.
Don't dally, man. Go!
Your Radiance. And I want you to find out
Make sure the doors are locked.
next move.
By the light. Dion. Have you taken leave of your senses? Call off the Dragoons at once.
Fear not. The populace will come to no harm at their hands. I am here to save you, Father.
Save me?
A creeping darkness hides in the heart of Sanbreque. It stems from your wife, the traitorous Annabella.
We get to see what happened before everything collapsed.
Not another word, Dion.
Father, though you may not see it, the darkness has taken hold of you. It has made you forget yourself.
Can I see anything new? The Holy Knights of... Okay. Alright. Sorry for the
Did
interruption.
you remember, there was a time when you ruled not with cruelty, but with compassion. Why now do you turn your back on your people? Why now do you seek to stoke the fires of war? You too have borne witness to this change, Your Eminences. And you know, as well as I, who is responsible for it. A puppet now sits upon the throne, but cut his strings, and the master loses the power!
What?
Dion, you bear steel before your emperor?
Guards! Take him!
Nobody will.
For every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. Those were your words. But when the last of your citizens has fallen, and all of their homes have been reduced to ash, what will become of your empire, of its rulers, of your god? As the mother crystals crumble one by one, and the blight sweeps in to claim all that we hold dear, our people look to their emperor for protection. Yet he labors not to secure their futures, but to seize what is left of the twins for himself. Even if it should come at the cost of everything his loyal citizens have labored to build.
Dion, you must understand.
A small price to pay, is it not? You've been blessed with great power, Dion. Enough to win me the world. So go, claim Valisthea for me, brother.
So he killed his father. Holy shit.
Gods! Gods!
Father.
Poor father. How he doted on his children. That he would die to protect me was plain. It was but a matter of when.
You planned this?
You did well to endure so long. But you broke in the end, as I knew you would. And now Muthos approaches. Put him to the proof. I would see if he breaks. Go, Bahamut. Kinslayer.
Holy shit.
Not again.
Brother?
It's a long story.
So we do about Precious Mother.
You cannot stay here, Mother. Come. Take my hand.
That's your son.
Get away from me! This is all just a dream, just a bad dream! You will not take me, Shadow! You will not take me!
She saw Ultima in him.
Mother.
This game is something else, guys. think I'm done taking screenshots now. I messed that up.
If it is consciousness that weaves your wills together.
I got it.
Consciousness that blurs the boundary between your own will and that of others.
Shut up, Ultima.
Then we shall set you apart once more. The ties that bind you shall be severed, and humanity return to its proper place.
Beg your pardon?
By primogenesis shall a new age of reason begin.
Age of Hanawada?
Relax, Your Majesty.
Huh? Benedicta, you're dead.
Don't you want to play? It's been a long time.
If that is your wish.
Men, you are as meek as all the others.
What the hell?
Such feeble creatures. Gifted the power of icons, yet slaves to fickle emotions which usher you to your doom. And so you bind your fragile wills with strands of consciousness.
The wretched handiwork of a wretched people.
Okay, what's just going on here?
The sons of fire were united at last, and for but a moment their flame burned bright. Soon Muthos shall become our perfect vessel.
And then shall the world be remade.
Not before the bonds are severed, of trust, of respect, of love. Only when every strand of consciousness is cut away, may Muthos return to our side. By primogenesis shall all be undone. Mankind shall be rid of his wretchedness, and Muthos of his will. But while he yet clings to it, he has the power to forge bonds anew. And so we bid you, find Muthos, and sever everyone.
To destroy that which has no physical form. You ask the impossible.
There is nothing your black blade cannot cut, Odin. We shall unite
I don't even know what to say, guys.
Muthos, and bring forth a new world. So long as our vessel remains unclaimed by humanity.
It shall be done, Master. My will is yours.
Baloo sold out to Ultima. I don't even know what to say. this game is... It's just blowing my noodle right now.
How is your brother?
Asleep since I returned from the Dominion. Taya says he should be back on his feet soon enough. For a while, at least. She discovered something on his chest. A swelling, circled in stone.
The curse. For every mountain we climb, another rises up to greet us, doesn't it?
It's never ending. Even the sky seems to have grown tired of it all.
Wow. Holy shit. Things fall apart. Oh yeah, it's like... It's crazy. Okay, use Bahamut's iconic feat, Wings of Light, to begin casting Mega Flare, an immensely powerful spell that showers enemies with deluge of searing light. The longer the spell is charged, the powerful the results. Circle to cast the spell when ready. Taking damage while casting will cancel the spell. So yeah, this is another one of those like the charging up things, right? Okay.
Taya won't be happy if I disturb Joshua. While he rests, I might as well see what Otter has to say.
I'm just... Okay, we're just gonna see what this new icon stuff is gonna look like. $4,200. What's this? Giga Flare. What's this? Satellite? Oh, well, I'll learn that. Impulse. Wings of Light. And this one's... Oh, Fire Breath. And we'll upgrade this one. I don't even know. Okay. That's the most powerful attack. So this is going to be more like our damaging thing, right? So let's go with this. Okay. I have decided. We're going to test out new icons. So. Bahamut. I like Garuda. Gouge. I like the gouge. So we got strong attack. Triangle's gonna be my Giga Flare. Always. Pause to see. I can do that one first. So I guess I'll do this one, right? Flare Breath. That looks cool. Yeah, I think I like this one. We won't have any more Phoenix stuff for a while, but... yeah, I guess this works. Let's just try this for now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here. I need time to process this because this is like mind-boggling. Mind-boggling, doggling, digging. Anyways, this has been a very, very heart-gripping, mind-blowing, fantastic peak. This is like this is game of the year, hands down. This is by far one of the best Final Fantasy games I have ever witnessed in my entire life. And I've been playing Final Fantasy since Final Fantasy VII back in PlayStation 1. And the more I play this game, the more my nugget just gets blown. And I love everything about this game. I love the characters. The side quests. Side quests is a little, it can be a little bland, it can be a little tedious. World building. Love the characters, interaction, love how Clive interacts with the NPCs. You get some good awards, but it's all about world building, right? I've been enjoying every single one of them. I love doing it. The hunts are absolutely a banger. I love the hunt so far. I love the combat in this game. The music is fire. The icon versus icon fights are fire. The character, the story. I don't even know how to process all this right now. I need to get some sleep, process all this, upload this tomorrow. I need to get some sleep, but man, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode and really give my series a shot because I put a lot of effort into this and I really appreciate you guys' love and support as always. And I hope you guys appreciate this episodes because it's been a fun ride so far. And we're 12 episodes in, videos in, whatever you want to call it. 12 parts. So anyways, I'm going to leave it here. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful night. Keep on keeping on. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you know if I want to upload the next videos for this game, for this series. And let me know in the comments below what you guys think of Final Fantasy 16. Are you guys going to pick it up? Are you guys playing it? Did you guys beat it? If so, give me just a brief review of what you guys think. Did you guys love it? Did you guys hate it? Did you find it bland? I would love to hear what you have to say. Please, no spoilers beyond what I just played. I appreciate it a ton. I love you guys so much. Thank you for love support. We are over 250 subscribers. It's all because you guys love the content that I cover. And I got more Final Fantasy 16 in the works. So I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Take care.